you're not able to express yourself in your clothes, there's no need for wearing the clothes at the first place. Your clothes should be able to show that you are extremely expressive about who you are. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Victory Ezeji, your image and style coach. I primarily help young women learn how to utilize her physical appearance to communicate who she is and overcome her body and self-insecurities. If you are a first-timer here, I welcome you to my channel. Please do well to subscribe and turn on the post notification bell to know when I post new videos. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for sticking with me on this ride. My social media handles are displayed on the screen. Please do well to engage with me in all the social media handles because I post videos that will help you overcome your self and body insecurities, and as well learn how to utilize your clothes to communicate who you are to the public. In today's video, we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic. 10 things your clothes say about you as a person and messages that the public pick up from your clothes. Alright, so before we dive into these 10 things your clothes say about you as a person, or the messages your clothes send off to the public about who you are, we are going to first establish the foundation of how our clothes do this, of how our clothes have this capacity of sending off messages of who we are to the public, or our intent to the public. Our clothes have been proved or have been shown to have psychological effect on us as individuals, on our behavior, and on the public towards us who are the wearers of the clothes. Our clothes has the capacity of such effect of evoking an activity into the mind of the public where they start generating messages or forming an opinion about who we are. We're going to first of all talk about the psychological effect of our clothes on us as individuals, on our behavior, before we talk about the psychological effect on the public towards us who are the wearers of the clothes. To better understand the psychological effect that is caused by our clothes on us as individuals and on our behavior, I will separate this psychological effect into categories. The first is the positive psychological effect of our clothes on our behavior, and the second, the negative psychological effect of our clothes on our behavior. In both categories, what kicks off that choice process is our naturally endowed visual senses. As women, we are naturally intuitive, or we naturally know that a particular clothing item or a particular accessory will not be good on us, or will not fit us, or may fit us, or definitely will not fit us. We are naturally endowed with that gift. Before we make a choice to buy a cloth, we evaluate those choices. We evaluate this clothing item with respect to our body, with respect to those body parts that we are conscious about. So we are very, very calculative not to make the mistake of purchasing a clothing item that will make those body parts that we are conscious about obvious to the public. So before we make that choice, we first of all evaluate that particular cloth with respect to those body parts and how we are going to feel when we wear that cloth in public, and how we're going to feel about ourselves, how comfortable are we going to be in that particular cloth before we wear it out to the public. And this particular psychological effect that has led you to evaluate this particular clothing item with respect to those body parts that you're conscious about is internal. So you are thinking about how comfortable you're going to be with respect to this particular cloth when you're going to purchase it, or when you finally make the purchase. This is how your clothes has psychologically affected your decision process to either pick the clothes, to either purchase the clothes or not purchase it. So this particular influence, this particular psychological effect is internal, and it is positive. It is positive in the sense that you are the one that is actively influencing your choice of buying this particular cloth or not buying it. So you are thinking about yourself. You're thinking about how possible is this cloth going to actively, is this cloth going to effectively communicate who you are, effectively communicate how confident you are in yourself, effectively communicate how proud of yourself you are to the public. So it is you who has the huge influence on this particular choice of yours that has led to your behavior of purchasing or not purchasing. We're going to talk about the negative psychological effect of your clothes on your behavior. We say that this psychological effect of our clothes on our behavior is both positive and negative. With respect to the negative psychological effect of your clothes on your behavior, this particular psychological effect is external. What does this mean? You are not the one that is influencing your choice. What is influencing your choice is the public. What is influencing your choice is the need to impress, is the need to attract, is the need to feel among or feel belonged or feel that you are part of what they are doing. This particular psychological effect is externally influenced on your choice of purchasing that particular clothes. You're not thinking about how comfortable you're going to be, rather you're thinking about how people are going to regard you, how they're going to like it because of the clothes you've purchased, or how people are going to adore, or how people are going to comment excessively because of the particular clothes you're wearing. And this choice is further reflected in your behavior of purchasing or not purchasing. How does this affect your behavior? If you believe that this particular clothes that you intend to purchase will not give you the needed attraction, or will not give you the needed attention, or will not give you the needed impression you want to create on people, you are not going to buy that particular clothes. When I'm talking about impression, I'm talking about the negative type of impression where you want to impress people. Not necessarily you want to create a first impression of who you are, but rather you want to create an impression of people liking you because of what you're wearing. So this particular influence is completely external and does nothing in communicating who you are. We have seen how your clothes has a psychological effect on your behavior, both positively and negatively. So we're going to talk about how your clothes psychologically affects the public towards you who is the wearer of the clothes. This particular psychological effect is not direct, rather it's indirect, in the sense that it does not actively affect them just as it affects you in making a decision, but what it affects in them is invoking an activity of describing you by virtue of your choice of clothes they have seen on you. So now this particular description they do is influenced by their values of what they believe of women who wear that particular clothes, or women who are seen in that particular outfit. This psychological effect of their clothes is invoked by virtue of their values, by virtue of their beliefs, by virtue of their cultural background. This is what that psychological effect evokes in them, and by virtue of this element, by virtue of these influences, it has led them to form a description, have a mental picture of the kind of lady that you are, of the kind of personality you are, by virtue of that particular choice of clothes. This is the psychological effect of your clothes on your behavior and on the public towards you who is the wearer. These 10 things your clothes say about you are descriptions, are definitions, are the messages that the public has formulated about your personality. So these 10 things are primarily messages that are influenced by their values or the societal standard where you belong. And we cannot deny that we equally engage in this particular activity of describing people by what they wear as well. This particular activities happens within us, and we describe people by what they wear as well as people defining you by what you wear. So while you are describing people by what they wear, people are as well describing you. So that particular choice of clothes that you think that is not suitable, or you think or you believe that is not proper to be worn, please, I advise you that you should also not deviate into the behavior of wearing it or choosing such clothes in public, or choosing to wear such clothes in public. People will describe you same way you have described that other person. These 10 things are divided into 2. 5 positive messages people pick up about your personality by virtue of your choice of clothes, and 5 negatives of what people pick up about your personality by virtue of your choice of clothes. So we are first of all going to look at the negatives first. And don't forget that I've already said that these 10 things are narratives about who you are, the narratives that people describe your personality by, the descriptions that people have formed about your personality. And I have said in tons of my videos that it is actually very necessary as a lady to control this narrative. Do not be careless about the message you put out there. Do not be careless about the image you put out there. Let it consciously reflect who you are, who you believe yourself to be, and who you're working towards being, the person you're working towards becoming. Let your image of yourself reflect or be at par with the message you present to the public, or with the image you present to the public. The number one negative thing your clothes say about you, or your choice of clothes say about your personality, is lack of sincerity or insincerity. Yes. Like I've already said in this video, these descriptions about your personality is by virtue of people's values, is by virtue of people's cultural beliefs, people's cultural background, people's personal beliefs, societal and environmental beliefs about women who wear such clothes, or their experience with women who are seen in such clothes. One of the negative things your clothes can say about you is lack of sincerity. Yet your clothes has the capacity of telling the public that you are not a sincere person. One of the clothes that have been proved to have the capacity of telling the public that you are a person who lacks sincerity, or describes your personality as an insincere person, is provocative dressing or provocative dresses. Provocative dresses are those dresses that are considered too open, too sexy, too revealing of your body parts, or too revealing of your essential body part as a woman. The women who wear this clothes, depending on the particular culture, depending on the particular people who react to your choice of clothes, they regard women who usually appear in this as less sincere. I am not saying that you are not allowed to wear what you want to wear, but what I am saying, or what I recommend professionally, is you should be able to mind the culture that you belong to. It's for you to be aware of how things are done in a particular culture, to serve as a guideline in order to help you choose the particular clothes you want to choose for yourself. It is totally dependent on you. And like I've already said, let your choice of clothes reflect who you are. So if you're confident and you can boldly defend that particular choice of clothes, it is fine. But if you cannot, it is actually very necessary to use these as a guideline in order to choose your clothes. People's description about your personality is very fragile, and that is why I highly recommend that you pay attention to that. The second negative thing your clothes say about you is that you are flirtatious. Oh yes, your clothes has the capacity of sending the signal that you are a flirtatious person, or you like flirting, or you are flirting. Yes, your clothes has the capacity of doing that. This is with respect to the women who use their clothes simply for attraction. This particular message is a reflection on your behavior. So this particular message is what is picked up about who you are through your behavior. This particular message is mostly picked up by men. Women, of course, pick it up. We definitely know when our fellow woman is trying to attract or is trying to flirt with a man. But this particular message is mostly targeted to men. And of course, men buy the message. This particular choice of clothes does nothing in communicating who you are. It simply sends the signal to men that you are single and ready to mingle with them. So it shows that you are flirtatious, and men pick up this message immediately, especially if you are in the culture where men are dominant, where men regard women as objects, where men regard women as simply tools that are for gratification of a desire or for satisfaction of a desire. So if you wear a cloth that actually sends this kind of signal, well, it is highly not right as a woman. But if you're comfortable, it's fine. But I highly recommend that such choice of clothes will definitely not do you good when you are getting older. And this particular message, if you consistently keep sending it, will of course create an identity as one who is flirtatious, as one who loves flirting with respect to her choice of clothes. If you do not intend to use your clothes to flirt, if men look at you in a very objectification manner, I will advise you to pay attention to your choice of clothes, because your clothes may be contributing to them looking at you in that particular manner, may be sending the wrong signal about your person, because what this does is send the message out there about the kind of lady that you are. And if you are not that kind of lady, I recommend that you pay attention to your choice of clothes. You pay attention to your closet. Go to your closet, look at the clothes, evaluate each clothes type, and find out why you are getting such attention, and find out why you are getting such attraction. Because honestly, as a woman, I will not want to be looked at as an object. I am not. And you women are not. Women are not objects. You are a human, and you should treat yourself as well. The third and fourth negative thing your clothes say about you is lack of knowledge and lack of value. So I'm going to put this both together and explain it. So it's the same thing. Lack of value and lack of self-knowledge can be easily sent out by your clothes, can be easily sent out by your choice of clothes. How does this communicate to the public that you lack self-knowledge or you lack value? Your choice of clothes has the capacity of influencing your behavior, as we have seen. Your particular choice of clothes can influence your behavior, can actually make you act in a particular way. And your choice of clothes has the capacity of influencing how you carry yourself in public, of influencing how you react or how you respond towards yourself in public. And if you don't pay attention to this, your choice of clothes can make you communicate something that does not associate with your person, that does not associate with what you believe yourself to be, or does not do anything in communicating who you are to the public or who you believe yourself to be to the public. Your choice of clothes has the capacity of affecting your carriage, how you carry yourself in public and how you walk in your dress in public. It has the capacity of influencing your carriage. So imagine where you wear something that you are not comfortable in, where you wear something that has been externally influenced by the public, how they will see you, how you want them to see you, how you want them to regard you, how you want them to see that you belong in their circle. Your internal influence has nothing to influence that particular choice of clothes. It will, of course, affect your carriage. Because where you wear something that you are not comfortable in, you will automatically reflect that in your behavior in public, where you are trying to cover up yourself or you're consistently adjusting or pulling down your clothes. So your choice of clothes has the capacity of saying that you do not have self-knowledge about yourself, and you do not have value, and you do not have confidence in yourself. Yes, it does. And this is how it does it. So I highly recommend that you stick with those clothes that you are highly comfortable in and most confident in. Let nothing external affect or influence your choice of clothes, because it has the capacity of affecting your behavior in public. The final negative thing your clothes says about you in public, about your personality in public, is to impress. Your choice of clothes can send a message that you simply want to impress, that you only are concerned about impressing people, and not how comfortable you are or how confident you are in yourself. So you are simply doing it to impress people. You are simply doing it in order to make them approve of you, or make yourself approved by them or by their standard. Honestly. This is so wrong. And one of the negative effects of this particular thing is, if it goes wrong, your confidence in yourself would depreciate the more. Because first of all, you don't have confidence in yourself for you to only wear clothes, to only choose your clothes because you want to impress people. And when this doesn't turn out well, when you do not get the needed attraction or needed attention you want by impressing people by your choice of clothes, it will mess up your confidence in yourself. It will consistently kill your value in yourself. It will consistently depreciate your confidence level in yourself. And it is not good for a woman. It will always make you feel like you're in a competition with somebody. This does nothing in helping you build your confidence. It does nothing in helping you build your esteem in yourself. Rather, it kills it, it depreciates it, it mothers it. So please, I advise you not to choose your clothes, not to wear clothes just to impress people. Let it be a reflection of who you are. Let your physical appearance be a reflection, a tool to communicate who you are to the public, to create an identity, a solid identity for yourself. I highly recommend that for you as a lady, because you are enough, you are special, you are a person of dignity, and you should be able to communicate that through your physical appearance. And you are the only one that has the power to influence your choice of clothes. Nobody should. These are the negative things your clothes describe your personality as to the public. So we are going to go over to identifying those 5 positive things that your choice of clothes tell people about who you are, about your personality. I'm going to list these 5 positive things because the reason backed up by these things, by these messages, is the same thing. Number 1 is independence. You are seen as an independent woman. Number 2 is dominant. Number 3 is assertive. Number 4 is confident. And number 5 is boundaries. These are the 5 positive messages your clothes choice, your choice of clothes communicate to the public. Why this description was able to be made of those women was because they have been able to align who they are, who they believe of themselves, who they want to be, to their choice of clothes, to their image, to their physical appearance. And that is why we can be able to pick up these particular messages, to pick up these messages about their personality. It is only a woman who has created an identity for herself that can be able to be defined, that can be able to be described with this word, that can be able to send these messages about who she is, about her personality, to the public. Run a check on yourself. What kind of message do you send out to people with respect to your choice of clothes? Is it positive? Is it negative? If it is negative, then I highly recommend or advise that you check yourself. Why do you choose such clothes? Does it reflect who you are? Does it align to who you are? Does it align to who you want to be? Is it the kind of identity you really want to create for yourself? So if you have been unconscious about this particular choice of clothes, I highly recommend that you start paying attention and be conscious about it. And run a routine in your closet, run a routine in your wardrobe to be able to remove those clothes that will not be able to communicate who you are to the public. And finally, I highly recommend that as a woman, that you should be the only one to be able to influence your choice of clothes. Nothing external should influence it. Let it only come from a place of who you are. Let it only come from a place of what you feel most comfortable with, or what you feel most comfortable about and most confident in, that you can be able and proudly express yourself in public. If you're not able to express yourself in your clothes, there's no need for wearing the clothes at the first place. Your clothes should be able to show that you are extremely expressive about who you are. So that is everything about the 10 things your clothes say about you. And we divided it in 2 separate categories: 5 positive things your clothes say about you and 5 negative things your clothes say about you. Before we went ahead to talk about these 10 things, we first of all laid the foundation of how your clothes say these things about you. How do your clothes have this capacity of sending off these messages about who you are to the public? We identified that your clothes has been proved to have a psychological effect on your behavior and the behavior of others towards you, who is the wearer of the clothes. So these 10 things, we identified it as 5 positive things and 5 negative things. 5 negative things, we said that number 1 is lack of sincerity, number 2 is flirtatious, number 3 and number 4 is lack of value and lack of self-knowledge, and finally is to impress. Why the positive messages or the positive things that your clothes say about you are independent, assertive, confident, dominance, and boundaries. So these are the 10 things your clothes say about you. And in conclusion, I said that you should be the only one capable of influencing your choice of clothes. It should come from the knowledge that you are a person of dignity, you're a respectable person, and your clothes is for expressing who you are. Your clothes is for expressing how confident, how proud of yourself you are to the public. So that is everything about the 10 things your clothes say about you. I hope this was valuable. I hope it was educating. Feel free to go back to this video anytime, and also feel free to drop your comments. Let me know your thoughts. I really want to interact with you people about your thoughts on my videos, your thoughts on the topic I have taught in a particular video. I really want to know your thoughts. Honestly, this is a good time to subscribe if you have not subscribed to my channel. Turn on the post notification bell to know when I post new videos, to be the first to know when I post new videos. My social media handles are displayed on the screen. Please go ahead and engage with me in all the social media platforms. I promise you, you will not regret any of it. I really would appreciate that from you. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.